Hi guys, Sean from Gaslec. I'm just breaking down another boiler for another video to explain how boilers work and what we have to do within the industry, really what we do here at Gaslec. So probably Britain's most popular boiler, which is the Worcester Greenstar with the kebab heat exchanger. So I've done a couple of other videos and I'm sort of tearing the boiler down bit by bit, but I just want to show you something that we wouldn't call it a design feature from Worcester, but yeah, whenever you're using working on a Worcester, always wear gloves because they've got lots of sharp edges. So I'll just turn this one down. So these Greenstars, they sit onto a frame. So we have a frame that comes down and it sits onto the frame, and then the pipes connect up to that. Sometimes a good idea, sometimes an absolute pain in the bum. But within the frame is the expansion. So this will then sit on the back, that will go through and then actually connect into there, and then that's then how it works. So the problem we have, if we have to then change the expansion vessel over because it fails, and they are very common, sorry, just adjust it there, they are very common to fail, and the way we have to do it, there's a little screw here that fits to the frame. So they sit down a little bit on the lower side, so we have the Strada valve there for servicing and pumping up, but when they do fail, they've got to be replaced. And the problem we have, if your flue comes up and goes out, it's in the way, you can't get it out. So then what we have to then start to do is then start looking at the option of taking the boiler off the wall, draining the whole thing down, taking it off the frame, replacing the little O-rings and putting it all back together again. Doesn't take too long, probably an hour and a half, bit of messing around, but getting all the most tricky thing, really, to be honest, is getting the water out and then getting the flue off without causing too much hassle. So that's the expansion vessel. So we'll just get that out of the way. In another video, I'll chop this up and I'll show you what's inside one. So on the back here, excuse me, on the back here we have what's called the pressure release valve. So this is a major problem with the Worcesters. So you can imagine this is in the frame, so this is all boxed in, and this part here, once they open and snap, that wasn't rehearsed, once these open, like if this expansion vessel fills up with water, it causes a massive pressure increase inside the boiler. At 3 bar, this will then open to release the pressure to protect the boiler and protect the heating system, and that's its design. There's a safety feature. But the problem is, once these are old ones open, they don't stop dripping, and then your pressure's dropping, the little pipe that goes outside, drip, 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 and so we have to get it off. Well, the only way, there is another way, but the easiest way is to get it from the back. So you can go through the boiler, and I've done them before where we've gone through because it was just too difficult to take the boiler off the wall with cupboards and stuff like that, to actually get this done. So the actual changing the part over itself, he says, actually quite straightforward. There we are, get the clip out, and then that should just wiggle out. So there we are, and that there, if you can see inside there, I don't know if it's coming up on the camera because the screen's gone off, this is the outlet, and you can see there's some brown water on that, so this has been letting by. So the water shouldn't be brown, but hey ho's. But yeah, so the water pushes against this side inside the boiler, and I don't know if you can see that, and as it pushes on the pressure and it gets too much and it starts opening. I don't know if that's visible on the film, and you can see that, and that's how it opens and then closes because it's sprung loaded. Not difficult to change, you know, once it's off the wall, it's in and out, that's done, isn't it? So, but it's just physically getting to it. They're an absolute pig for it. So then at the back, we've got an auto air vent. Here, this has been absolutely catastrophically failing on the back here. I'll just lift up the video so we can see it. You can see it there. So that's our auto air vent. It sits at the back of the pump. So it's the back of the pump here, that goes up to the heat exchanger. So any air that's around here comes up, and that's just a little float. But you can see from all of the debris here, it's all been leaking. Pop that back up. Yep, and then this is the plate heat exchanger. So I'll do another video in a minute. I'll get it out because it's a bit boring, and I'll get that out and I'll do another video on that. But that's from this Worcester Greenstar. This is the problems we have when changing the expansion and changing the PRV. Really, they go hand in hand. If your expansion has failed, just change the PRV, because it's a pig to do it, so might as well just do both at the same time, certainly for the cost. Okay then guys, thank you, bye.